Okay, this is my first time back in the cockpit in DCS in a month or two, month and a half. It's been way with work, and the boys have been recovering from some stuff. So hopefully, this is the first video of many more new ones to come. But over the past few days, I saw that on the not Discord, on the ED forums under the flyable mods, the UH60 mod that a lot of us are very familiar with, got a new update. And it was a relatively big one and improved the flight model. I'll demonstrate a few of the things I remember from the patch notes, but it got a pretty significant update, and it sounds like there's more to come. They said that there were no visual improvements yet, that's probably something coming down the line, maybe for another bigger update that I interpreted. And currently, the sub-mods, like the Maritime mod, the Seahawk, and the Armed Blackhawk mod, are up to those developers to get them working with the latest version of the mod. Now the good news is I always use the Armed Blackhawk mod, and the developer of that is already posting on the UH60 mod forum, on the Eagle Dynamics forum, that he's hot on the trail of updating his Armed Blackhawk mod. And if he watches this video, I would just ask if there's any way possible with the 50 cals that were on there and the miniguns, when you update the Armed Blackhawk mod, it would be super cool if any of the liveries on those firearms make it into the new mod. They were just kind of a solid 3D image last time. It seemed like the liveries or the artwork was having issues, at least for me and the boys. But without further ado, it comes as an executable file from that downloads well, when you download it, it's a RAR file, RAR file, and there's an exe file in there. And you download it from the Patreon. I'll drop the link in the video description for everybody. And then once you download it, it'll go into your save games, mods, aircraft folder, and you'll be good to go. So without further ado, the first thing I want to talk about is the outstanding 3D model that they've put in here for the virtual pilot. So I'm flying VR, and you can see the love that's gone into the pilot models. It's absolutely fantastic. And if I hop over here, you can see the boys in the back are all kitted up and looking good back there. And I also read in there that they readjusted the cockpit size to better utilize the lights in here at night and the reflections. So I believe the size of the cockpit's been adjusted now. No visual from what I could read in the patches and on the ED forum. As I said, no actual 3D updates per se, other than what I can tell is the addition of the pilots. Still an absolutely fantastic looking model. I can't remember, this might be a livery I actually downloaded for the 160th. But before we crank up, we'll just get into it. So the big hitters here was the flight model and the damage model. Haven't tested the damage model, but I heard the damage model was reworked to be more accurate. And then we'll just go ahead and go to the ground crew, rearm, refuel. And I haven't tried this yet, but it looks like there was supposed to be the ability to, I thought, to remove doors in here. I thought I read. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it's the livery I have. I don't know. I haven't messed with this enough, but there was supposed to be an option in here to be able to remove the doors from the rearm, refuel menu. So we'll have to toy with that more. It was in the release notes, so we'll mess with that later. One, Wags, I'm going to rub this shit in your face. I'm not even going to say it. Boom. What do you know? Another free mod with a visor. I've been begging Eagle Dynamics to do this with their modules because it helps tremendously for those of us who fly in VR. I won't get off in the weeds on it, but I was super fired up to see that the Blackhawk mod now has a visor mode. It's super cool because you still got a little bit, like, it kind of feels like it's sitting on your nose. It doesn't just completely cover the screen in VR. And then raising it up, it actually feels spherical, like it's on a helmet. It's pretty cool, little niche thing. So we'll go ahead and get cranked up here. Get her started. So there was some other stuff to do with the radio. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember all of it. I know there was some rework on the RWR, and like I said, the flight model received quite a bit of work. Go. There's some other stuff on the with instrumentation. I can't remember all of it. I don't have the notes sitting in front of me. Right. Well, that's cranking up. One other thing. Get up here. Working windshield wipers now. A lot of people will be like, who cares? It doesn't, the rain doesn't really get wiped away. Maybe it does now, I don't know. And then you can hold this down and it'll recenter and reposition the wipers. Very cool function. Go ahead and get the old girl cranked up here. Oh, I remember. So the last thing, I don't believe I have nods hooked up, and you UH60 boys and girls can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I read in the patch notes and through some people posting online that the real Black Hawk pilots, the version of their JHMX, which this is the control unit here, and the old mod you can turn it on and turn up the brightness, and you'd have the JHMX in your HMD. Now, I guess according to our sources, our military experts, and the mod maker, I don't know what his affiliation is with the military, but according to him, the JHMX, sorry, I saw caution lights over there, I didn't know what I was doing wrong there for a minute. The JHMX is only mounted in the nods, in the MVGs. So that's the way they've modeled it now. So you can't use it during the day. You can only use the JHMX or the helmet-mounted cueing device with your night vision. I haven't tried it out yet. I don't know what kind of difference it is or if it looks different. We can work with that later. But yeah, that's about all I got right now. I mean, the big thing is the flight model. We'll get out, we'll cruise around here, and see if I remember where to fly. I've flown this once or twice just before I shot the video, so I didn't look like a complete ass clown. And I have noticed that it's definitely a little more nimble and not as sluggish as she used to be. She feels, I don't want to say twitchy, but definitely you can feel the difference in the flight model. But she still feels great. It still feels great. Be curious to see other people's opinions on it, because opinions are like assholes. Right? We all have one, so we're gonna get them. So I'm on Syria right now. We'll go ahead and nose over, set the trim. Thought I set the trim. Go ahead and take advantage of the sun visor here, and we'll just cruise around. Y'all see the external here again. A huge change from before to see it what they have in the pipeline. They're actually doing something different. But it's still just a fantastic product. Just awesome. Those of you who play in multiplayer with friends, this thing is a blast, especially when we were messing with what we did on Into the Jungle with down pilots doing search and rescue. Excuse me. This thing works great. We've used it on Pretense, honestly, I think was the last time we used it, but yeah, just really fired up. Extremely fired up that they're actually, and I know I'm going to get chastised because I forgot to turn on this over here, but we're really fired up to see that this mod 1 is still, they've got a free thing going on here, and the developer jumped back into it and got into working on it. I don't know the affiliation with Polychop. I thought the mod developer of this was somehow affiliated with them. Maybe who knows after what happened. I don't want to start accusations or rumors, but I'm just really happy to see that whoever was developing this decided to jump back in. I think this is very reminiscent of the C-130 free mod going full third party, and I would absolutely love to see the same thing happen with this. I mean, I'm expecting a complete success story there with the C-130 when it gets released here shortly. Extremely fired up to be doing some videos on that, throwing it into the jungle and testing that. So I know it's not Vietnam era variant, but it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, super fired up to be back in DCS. It's going to be a short flight. I'll hop over here to one of the villages and set her down. I'm not going to be doing anything extensive tonight, being a work night. But yeah, just kudos to the team that I don't know if it's a solo or a group of individuals that have worked on this. But yeah, kudos to you guys for knocking this out of the park still, and highly appreciate all the hard work that goes into this and everything you do for the community. Again, y'all drove me back into flying last night on a Sunday. I saw this, I was like, man, I got to jump in and try it out. And then that's all it took was to get me back in the Pimax, and had to get back into it. So I'm trying not to be a pansy here and use the F10 map. I'm trying to remember where the village is. I think it's off my nose here. But yeah, hopefully others out there enjoy this mod as much as I do. I'll try not to make a fool out of myself coming in for a landing, because I'm going to take the trim off, and I tend to jerk this thing all over the place when I release the trim. But the patch notes are there. You also get a oh, here we go. You also get a really cool instruction manual with it this time, which is awesome. So if you need some assistance installing it or anything like that, there's installation notes in there and where it's installing to, and I think there's a startup guide. I haven't gone through it. It actually looked like a fairly decent sized instruction manual, so kudos to the guys for going all out and creating that as well. But yeah, I highly encourage anybody who enjoys flying helos to download the mod. I would also tell you not to worry when you go to install it. Windows tells you you're downloading Skynet and it's going to kill everyone. That's not the case. I get a little concerned anytime I download something I can't manually install or at least see where it's going. And I had all the faith in the world coming from the guy's Patreon page and being posted on Edie's website that we were good to go. So yeah, no worries when y'all go to use the executable to download it. There's no fear of any kind of spyware or malware or anything like that. So we'll try to set her down here. Somewhat nice, and call it a day. And, hopefully get into making a few more videos here soon. I will say she feels a lot better coming down. Definitely a little more touchy. I can see people wanting to use curves. But yeah, I mean, hell yeah. Good stuff. Look forward to more videos. And flying her around some more, getting used to her. But yeah, thanks again to all the guys that are making this. We're looking forward to getting the Black Hawk mod on here. And hope this video reignites or sparks interest in the mod again and gets people to downloading it. Again, just check the video description once this gets posted for the download link, and I'll also drop the Black Hawk forum page in there as well. Yep, look forward to doing some more videos here soon.